Hey, I have a second channel. Cube Comp MTDX. Hey everybody, here we're looking at the Computer Plexi, and I'm getting ready to swap out the CPU on it. So here we are in setup. Show you what we have here. We have an Athlon II dual-core 245E processor that has a pretty massive overclock on it. Originally was a 2.9 gigahertz CPU, and I got it overclocked to 3.6 gig. So quite an overclock. And another thing I want to show is, if we go to, I think it's jumper free configuration. Yep, I got the CPU slash hyper transport reference clock at 250, which stock is 200. This is a locked multiplier processor. And also, yeah, got the voltage cranked up a little bit there too. If we go to, here we are, memory timing. I actually had to go in and change some parameters on the RAM, because we've actually got the RAM just slightly overclocked right now. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and get out of this and let's change out that CPU. Okay, I'm going to switch this off. Give it a little push here for power, and that way it discharges the power supply. Okay, so what we gotta do now is we gotta take off that existing cooler. That way we can swap out the CPU. Okay, so we got a latch over here. First thing, we'll actually unplug this fan. Alrighty. Okay, so there's a base of our cooler. We'll set that to the side. We'll have to clean it up, as well as the processor. I'm going to give the existing processor a nice little cleaning here. That way when I put it up in the storage, it's not going to make a mess in a little plastic holder. You grab a AMD CPU container. And I tell you what's cool about AMD processors, well, which is all about to change, of course, with socket AM5, but did you know that this little plastic thing right here that contained a Ryzen 5 5600G, this will hold any AMD processor in this style package dating back to socket 754. That's right, it will. So we're going to pull this out. And we'll just set the processor down inside this little tray. There you have it. Let's go and get our Athlon II quad-core 630 and set it into place. Take a note of where the triangle is. So this came out of that 2010 HP Pavilion system. Okay, so I need to clean that heatsink up. I've had this heat pipe core since 2008. I've of course put a different fan on it because the original fan on it wasn't all that great. I have also lapped the base of this core because the original surface was not all that great. So I gotta get some thermal compound real quick to apply on here. Okay, so I'm going to actually apply the thermal paste to the base of the cooler because it's actually a little bit smaller in area versus the CPU package. You know, a lot of you guys out there like to put a pea-sized blob in the center and hope for the best. And it's generally not a bad way to install your thermal compound. But there's actually a YouTube video out there where people try, or these this channel, they try several different kinds of application methods, and lo and behold, the manual spread method actually netted the best performance. They had the best CPU temperatures, and overall the thermal paste actually made really good. It made a really good spread across the entire contact surface. Well, this ain't perfect. It's not terrible. Alright, so this core is a little finicky with this mounting bracket. Gotta get it lined up just right. We'll just set that into place. And we'll tighten it down. Just like that. Give it a couple little twists there. Plug our fan in. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and switch everything back on and start it up. And you can see we're loading right up. So what I'm doing right now, new CPU is inserted into your system. Nah, you think. Let's go ahead and go into setup. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the jumper free configuration and go down to RAM. I'm going to set everything back to auto. Set our timings back to auto as well. I'm going to set the RAM voltage back to the standard 1.5. At some point later on, I'll probably try to overclock this thing and see what we can do. I'm going to set everything back to auto, because we know this thing ain't gonna post up at 250, at least not with some serious changes to voltage and all that good stuff. I'm curious to see how high this former HP OEM CPU will overclock though. Not gonna do it tonight though. One thing is safe to say is the Plexi definitely would benefit from having a solid state drive, which it may get one of these days. Okay, so here's what we currently have now. It's the Athlon II X4 630 2.8 gigahertz processor. So definitely quite a bump up from what we had. So if we look at performance, you can see our 4 cores. The difference between this one and the Phenom 2 is the Athlon 2 does not have level 3 cache. So yeah, the Plexi now has the Athlon 2 Quad 630 that came out of that HP, came out of this machine right here. I'm going to be sending this machine back to its owner this week after he recovers from COVID-19. But yeah, so this machine here has the Ryzen 5 5600G APU now. The motherboard from it went into this HP tower, and I swapped out the processor on that board for a I think it's an Athlon 2 dual core 250 or 250 something like that, 250E processor, and of course the Athlon 2 Quad is now on the Plexi. So anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Well everybody, that wraps it up for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to Computer channel, and be sure to tick the bell, that way you get notified of new video posts. Also, I recommend following Computer Company on Facebook. A link is in the video description. In addition to computer tech videos, I have a second channel, CubeCompMTDX. Links are available at the end of this video. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching and your support.